for the pocket. I'm think like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Come on. Hey. Back to 60. Shot 60. Took a 19.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Huntley. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Huntley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Huntley to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Huntley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be met at about the 43. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 75. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
21-0 our score after 1.
Ready? 19 tight.
On first down, Huntley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They attempted a deep ball there and they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 3rd down, Huntley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 20-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
To throw again. Huntley. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an intercept by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? But can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Hall again on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley, and it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him.
And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Hall again.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Taken in at the 3.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Off the bootleg. Huntley. And this is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. His team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On second down, this is Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On first down, right back to Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley.
Austin brings in the quick throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got Anderson on the slant.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd down, Huntley. He finds Austin complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A give running right is Hall.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Zach Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Trey McBride. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here's Huntley. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw, Huntley.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barrett.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson is going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Give to Hall running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Today, what a dominant showing from an offense offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.